Machu Picchu, a 15th century Inca site. As the translated name Old Peak suggests, Machu Picchu was built on a series of steep hills deep in the Peruvian Andes. Some say the hills were of religious significance. The site was so difficult to reach that it remained undiscovered by the Spanish conquistadors. The site's plan follows the typical design of Inca cities. Its most important buildings are oriented to the east, where the sun rises. At the very top to the north is Intihuatana, hitching post of the sun, a platform with a stone pillar in the middle oriented toward the sun's solstice. It served as an ancient observatory as well as a sacrificial site. The large rectangular main square splits the residential quarters in two. Higher up lived nobility and the priesthood. That is also where the Temple of the Sun, the Temple of the Condor, and the Temple of the Three Windows are found. Down below lived commoners and workers. The temples and royal buildings were built of large, smoothly polished stones, stacked so precisely that there was no need for mortar. In contrast, smaller, rougher stones were used for the dwellings down below. All dwellings, however, shared similar rectangular living spaces, no roofs, and trapezoid doors and windows that were better suited to withstand earthquakes and typical of Inca construction. The slopes outside the main city were developed into agricultural terraces. Terraces were stacked at different altitudes with different climate, allowing different crops to be grown at each level. Finally, the Inca Bridge. A tree trunk connects the two sides of a carved cliff ledge. With the tree trunk removed, the ledge became impassable to outsiders and access to the city closed off. Ollantaytambo Inca complex lies above the village of the same name in the Sacred Valley. The site is organized as other Inca towns, with a main square, agricultural terraces, living quarters for the pueblo down below, and religious and royal structures at the top. These are crop silos. They are deeper than they look on the outside. They had roofs to keep crops dry, and the strong winds provided natural refrigeration. This is the Temple of the Sun. The craftsmanship in polishing the large boulders and fitting them together is unsurpassed. Some stones have irregular shapes with more than 4 angles, designed to fit perfectly in a particular space. They are also fitted with handles of sorts, so that they could be roped and dragged across the river and up the hill. Here, unlike at Machu Picchu, building material was not available on site. It took hundreds of men and many months to bring the stones across. The temple was abandoned hastily when the Spaniards invaded, as evidenced by some of the large stones still strewn around. This is Pisac, another Inca site. Visible on the slope are burial halls. The trapezoid halls with the stonework visible are where nobility were put to rest. The smaller, shapeless halls close together were commoners' resting ground. Pisac is one of the most picturesque ruins, with rolling green terraces and lush hills all around.